deep down inside have some kind of a vision of your magical path. So when you think of your witch self, your powerful self, what do you see in your imagination? And just look at that version of you. And then as you look at it and observe it, are you wearing anything differently? Are you in a different place? Are you standing in front of anything like an altar? Are there candles there? Is a deity there? Is Hecate there standing in front of you? Have you got your wand? Have you got an athame? Or are you just, you? What is this version of you? What does this version of you look like? What are they holding? What's their posture? How are they standing? They're standing upright and confident and relaxed. What do they look like? Get to know this version of you, because this version of you is something you're intuiting as your energetic true self, really. And yes, your ego might jump in as well and like to add some bells and whistles and things there too. Yes, your ego will get involved in this creation too. Don't worry so much about the ego at this stage. There's an essence in here that is your true self. And after you've got a clear vision of this version of you, start to animate it. Start to see this person moving around. Maybe they're doing a ritual. Maybe they're calling in the elements. Maybe they're just speaking to Hecate. Maybe they're doing a spell. Maybe you're outside and you're walking in nature and you're still observing this version of you and you're watching it. And as you're watching it, tune into yourself watching it, the you that's watching this version of you, and just tune in with what you're feeling in your body as you watch this version of you. There may be some excitement. There may be a sense of home. This version of me is home. There's something about this that's home to me. There could also be a little resistance in there too. There could be a part of you that's saying, oh, I don't know how I could ever be this version of me. I feel a bit guilty wanting to be this version of me. Or maybe God's going to punish me if I step into this version of me. Just be aware of that resistance, because it will probably be there, especially at first. It will crop up, and it's this resistance that you're going to be working with in your shadow work. But in order to see the resistance, you've got to put yourself in the vision of what it is you're truly wanting. And the next step after that is to step into that version. So for you to no longer be watching you as your perfect witch self, but you actually stepping into that version of your witch self. Now, for those of you who've been through the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy, you've already done that stepping into your witch version on a basic level in that course. For those of you who've done a journey with Hecate with me, which is my course on identity shifting and shadow work working with Hecate, you would be doing this and have done this a lot because this is a big part of that course and that transition. But as you step into that version of you, and you start to put on maybe the different clothing, or maybe you're now seeing yourself in a different environment. Maybe you're now in a forest and you're connecting to the wind or something. What does that feel like in your body? What is your body experiencing? You may experience a sense of freedom. You may experience a sense of feeling, again, at home. You're home again. You're home, really home in your body now. You're really home even on the planet now. Like you're just feeling like you're home in some way, that there is no differentiation between the planet and the spirit world, that it's all one, it's all energy. And you're feeling into your power. But there may also be resistance to this experience as well. And that resistance could be fear. You might be afraid of your true self. You might be afraid of your powerful self. There may be a part of you that says, if I really stood in this power, what will happen? Something bad will happen. Or someone will get upset. I'll be accused of this or that. Does it make me bad? Does it make me arrogant? Will I turn into a nasty person? All of these thoughts can go in as resistance. Again, the fears of not being good enough, the fear of being punished. Those things can come up for you when you're doing this kind of thing. And those fears and those beliefs that you catch in these moments when you're stepping into this version of you are the ones to work on in shadow work.